Hey everyone, Linus here. Today we're talking about graphics cards, those awesome pieces of tech that bring your games, videos, and even AI to life. They're like the artists of your computer, taking boring data and turning it into stunning visuals. But how did we get here? Buckle up, because we're going on a wild ride through the evolution of graphics cards. You know, back in the day, graphics were, well, let's just say they were a bit rough around the edges. We're talking blocky characters, pixelated landscapes, and colors that would make your eyes bleed. But hey, it was the 80s and we were just happy to have something that resembled a game. Thankfully, things have changed a lot since then. In the beginning, computers didn't even have graphics cards. Can you imagine that? The CPU, the brain of the computer, had to handle everything, including displaying images. It was like asking your grandma to run a marathon, possible, but not pretty. Then came the 70s and early 80s, and with them the first dedicated graphics chips. These early pioneers, like the Atari's TIA and the Commodore 64's VIC SUD, weren't much to look at by today's standards, but they were a revolution in their time. They allowed for things like hardware sprites and scrolling backgrounds, which were huge deals back then. The late 80s and 90s saw a massive leap in graphics tech. Companies like ATI, S3 Graphics, and a little-known company called NVIDIA entered the scene, bringing with them innovations like 2D acceleration and eventually the holy grail 3D graphics. Remember games like Doom, Quake, and Tomb Raider? They blew our minds with their, at the time, revolutionary 3D graphics, all thanks to the incredible advancements in graphics card technology. We're talking about things like hardware-accelerated 3D rendering, texture mapping, and early forms of lighting effects. Now we can't talk about graphics cards without mentioning the big players. NVIDIA, with its GeForce series, and AMD, which acquired ATI in 2006, with its Radeon series, have been locked in an epic battle for graphics supremacy for decades. These titans of the tech industry have consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible, delivering faster, more powerful GPUs with each generation. But it wasn't just about raw power. They also introduced groundbreaking technologies like programmable shaders, which gave developers unprecedented control over the look of their games, and things like PhysiX and TressFX for more realistic physics and hair simulation.